Hey guys, it's your favorite Unc here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. Reggie Bush will be getting back his 2005 Heisman Trophy after forfeiting it in 2010 as part of the NCAA sanction placed on USC. On Wednesday, the Heisman Trophy Trust decided that Bush would get his trophy back after it monitored the enormous change in college football landscape. Oh, so in other words, they started getting NIL. Reggie just was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Okay. Bush had forfeited the trophy in connection with the NCAA sanctions against USC for several violations, including Bush receiving improper benefits when he attended school. Bush will be getting the actual trophy while USC will receive a replica. And starting with the 2024 season, he will be invited to all future Heisman Trophy ceremonies.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
He should have never gave it away.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't have a choice but to give it back.
I did not. You ain't come get it.
But it's a good thing. It's a good thing they gave it back. Obviously, Reggie Bush, to me, is one of the top 2 collegiate football players I've ever seen play. One of the most electric. And outside of him was Peter Warrick, who also should have won the Heisman his year. But Reggie Bush, man, what he did for USC was
the best non-quarterback that I ever saw was Barry Sanders.
Barry
had Ocho. He had 2,600 rush yards in 12 games.
Yeah.
He had 220 and 5 touchdowns, and that didn't count towards his total. He'd have had 2,800 yards rushing in 1,300 games.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, listen, those numbers are staggering, but it's something about. Let me just stay with me real quick on these 3 names when it comes to college football or that have played. Obviously, Reggie Bush, and for me, I'm all about receivers. But with Tavon Austin, Randy Moss, and Peter Warrick is my number 1. To me, I think Peter Warrick is the greatest collegiate receiver to ever play the game. Despite some of the great names that have played in college, what Peter Warrick did for FSU that senior year, I've never seen anything like that, ever.
We're going to have this conversation.
Whether it was punt return, whether it was catching, it's like those moments. You remember when Michael Vick dropped back and you would hold your breath because you don't know what the hell finna happen? You don't know you don't know what's gonna happen. That's how I felt when I watched P-Dub play, man. Same thing with Reggie Bush. When Reggie got the ball, ain't no telling what he gonna reverse field. He gonna make 2, 3, 4, 5 people miss, and that's what Dub was able to do. But I'm happy for Reggie, man. I'm happy.
Do you remember Barry in the NFL?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So if he was doing NFL, that's the best of the best, right?
Making everybody miss.
So what would you think he was like in college?
It's probably 10 times worse. 10 times. I mean, not worse in a bad way. I'm saying, just as better because the level of talent in college was nothing like the NFL. So if you made the NFL players look the way you did in the NFL, I could just imagine in college it was nasty work. I've seen the highlights though.
He had. Hold on. Can you pull up Barry numbers in college?
I'm sorry. I thought you said Dion. Was it Dion Warrick, the lady?
Oh, what about Dion Warrick?
That's who you were talking about, Ocho. I'm like, damn, they allowed the females to play college football back.
Nah, man. I'm talking about you don't know who Peter Warrick is?
Nah.
Come on, Gil.
No.
Man, do me a favor, man. When you get some time in your free time tomorrow, your downtime tomorrow, YouTube Peter Warrick highlights when he was at Florida State.
Okay,
you'll understand. You'll understand. Just watch his highlights.
Ocho.
Yes, sir.
I got it. Here's Barry Sanders game by game.
Yes, sir.
He went 178, 157, 304, 174, 189, 154, 320, 215, 312, 293, 332 for a grand whopping total of 2,628 yards. 39 touchdowns. He averaged 239 yards rushing per game. In the one game, his last game of his career, he rushed for 222 yards on 29 carries for 5 touchdowns. That season, he finished with 2,850 yards, 44 touchdowns, and 106 yards receiving and 515 yards rushing.
Wait, was he? What they trying to tackle him? What we doing?
You saw they tried to tackle him in the NFL.
Yeah, but
Here's
the numbers you just said you can't even replicate on a video game. You can't do that on a video game.
That's what I'm saying. If you take it, I mean, his numbers don't seem real.
Right.
Now think about this. He backed up Thurman Thomas. He was the backup of Thurman. Yes.
Okay, now that's news. That's news to me. I didn't know that.
Yes, he backed up Thurman.
I didn't know
Barry
that.
Switzer told his team, he said, don't hurt the starter because the backup will come in the game, which was Barry.
Right.
Barry was mainly a return guy. Can you imagine trying to tackle him on kickoff and punt return?
Wait, they had Barry as a return guy, and he was that special?
Yes. You got to realize Thurman was the starter.
Right. Hey, you know what? There was no type of controversy being that, I mean, at that Thurman Thomas was great as well. So I don't want to take anything away from Thurman.
Yes.
But you would assume someone with Barry's talent and skill level would come in and take Thurman's spot. Or seniority rule. Yeah, Thurman was like that.
Thurman in the hall too.
Barry's a different animal now.
Yes.
When at USC, with who was the running back with Reggie Bush?
Lindell White.
Yeah, went to Tennessee.
Wasn't he good?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like Thurman and Barry. It wasn't even like Craig James and ED. I know you don't remember the Pony Express, SMU, the best team money could buy. ED was ED. It was ED and Roger and Craig James. Craig James was that white dude could run it, Ocho.
Yeah,
he could run it. Yes,
right?
Yes, yes.
A white running back?
They called themselves the Pony Express.
Yeah.
Up and down the field. You know, ED, because ED was the 100 and 200 meter champ in the state of Texas.
Right.
You know, they run in the state of Texas. If you win the 100 meters, 200 meters in Florida, in Georgia, in Texas, in California,
you moving.
Oh, you can scoop.
You moving.
Oh, you can scoop. Oh, you can scoop.
Yeah.
He ain't no bull jive. No, but Barry had the greatest season. And I'm like I said, I'm only a year younger than Barry. So I saw it.
Right.
And Ocho, in a lot of the games, he didn't finish the game. He was on the sidelines.
Well, they took him out,
he could have. Yes.
We'll probably never see nothing like that again, huh? At the running back position.
The man had 18 carries for 178. He had 33 carries for 304, 24 for 174, 35. I mean, he had 344 carries. Now, go look at all the guys that rush for like 300, 3,000, 2,000 yards. Look how many carries they got. He's averaging 7-8 yards a carry.
Yeah. I think.
You got to watch his highlight. You got to watch his highlights. You'll never see anything like it. We'll never see. Look, Shady McCoy had moved. There are a lot of running backs that had moved, but you're never gonna see anything. The guy plant with both feet. Ocho, you know you're not supposed to start with both feet.
Yeah. He come to balance like no other, boy.
Yes.
He come to balance like no other and get up out of there quick.
They talk about throw. And you ain't finna have me on this highlight reel talking about throw. Hey, so y'all hear him up.
Yeah.
and then I come close the door. But
Peter Warrick and Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm Googling. So
wait. Add Tavon Austin to that. Add Tavon Austin college highlight tape. And boy, let me tell you, get you some popcorn and watch them three and watch what happened.
All right. I'm on it.
Ocho, he had 100. He played 11 games Thurman's senior year. He had 105 rushes for 603 yards, 9 touchdowns. He had 4 receptions for 58 yards, but he had 109 plays from scrimmage with 10 touchdowns. And then he came back his senior year, 344 attempts, 2,628 yards, 7.6 yards a rush, 37 touchdowns. He caught 9 passes for 106 yards. And then he had what he had in receiving. So, return.
That's crazy.
No, he was. You had to see it.
crazy.
I mean, all y'all think we're running. Well, I don't think anybody think now. I mean, we got some great Christian McCaffrey. The Taylor young man from Indy and King Henry.
But it's different. He was different though. It's different.
We're never gonna see anything like that.
Different type of running back.
No.
Hell, one of the greatest in goddamn Adrian Peterson, one of the greatest collegiate running backs ever,
Yeah.
and Reggie Bush as well. But Barry Sanders still sits alone. He was just
Everybody.
different. I don't know if maybe were they that bad at tackling back then, or were the teams they were playing were they that bad?
Well, first of all, they tackle way better back then than they do now. So what you think they're gonna do with all this space on the field?
Right.
What you think they're gonna do with Barry now?
Right.
Barry might have 2 or 3 seasons with 2,000 yards rushing.
Mm-hmm.
He's 55. He's 55. That means he was in college around what? 86.
Yeah, he came out. I came out in 90. He came out in 89. Furman came out in 88.
Mm.
They was on that
back.
Joe.
Huh?
No.
They was on that good stuff back in the 80s, boy. They couldn't nothing, Ocho. They was high as a kite over there trying to change.
But back then, the running back, USC, Marcus blocked for Charles White. Charles White won the Heisman in 79. Marcus won it in 81.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it. And Ronnie, you talk about USC had a squad back then.
Oh yeah,
they had Ronnie Lott. They had Marcus Allen. They had who else was on that team? Joey Browner, Dennis Smith. That 81. You go look at that 81 squad. Mm-hmm. They were loaded. Loaded. The Browner brothers.
They won the national championship that year?
They sure did.
Okay.
They sure did. They were loaded. They were loaded.